everyone, how are you? I want to say that I'm going to be diving into the Catholic Church. I'm going to talk about some positives and shed some light on some not so positives, and this has been my experience the last couple of years in dealing with the demise and the selling off ofs and the coming to an end ofs the Catholic Church and schools we absolutely loved. When I say I was born Catholic, this is no lie. My maternal and paternal grandparents sent my mom, dad, etc. to this school. They lived in the neighborhood off of 64th and Greenfield in West Allis, Wisconsin. This is called St. Mary Help of Christians Catholic school. Both of my parents attended there in their youth, and then my maternal grandparents, kind of like the old lady in a shoe, she had so many kids she didn't know what to do. So my maternal grandmother, my mom's mom, said to my grandfather, "We are on our 8th child. We only have so many bedrooms. We need to find a larger home." And they did. They moved up to the area in West Allis, 92nd Street, 3600 block of South 92nd Street in West Allis. So then my maternal grandparents sent my mom and her siblings to St. Matthias grade school. And that's where my mom and majority of her siblings were married. We have pictures in front of St. Matthias Church. My dad had his funeral there. My grandma had her funeral there. But then my parents, backing up a little, my dad and mom met through their families, and they eventually married. We moved to 84th and Mitchell in West Allis, Wisconsin, close to State Fair Park. So my family, my siblings and I, went to St. Aloysius grade school in West Allis on 92nd and Greenfield. So when I say I was born Catholic, I'm going to say it again. This is absolutely true. My maternal grandparents installed a stained glass block window in St. Matthias Church. Our families built these churches with their hard-earned money, through tithing, through donations, etc. We seriously did. This was our home away from home. Recently, through, I believe, the demise of the Catholic Church has come as a result of inappropriate actions of the priests, some nuns. Priests have been moved around, and COVID hit, attendance dropped, and unfortunately, through talking through with individuals who were still working in said schools and such, there was mismanagement of funds. The parishioners and volunteers kept the churches up and running for about a decade. St. Aloysius I'm referring to, and no longer could do it. So lo and behold, St. Aloysius, my grade school and church, was sold off 5 years ago. In the meantime, there have been different investors that have come through. It has now been completely demolished within the last couple of months. And I was informed after the church was sold that the Archdiocese came and basically grabbed things of value and left behind things that they knew would not make any money for them. They left behind our childhood, and in fact, lo and behold, when the Archdiocese was able to finally go through the school and church, they grabbed and packed 50 boxes of items and have it currently locked up in the Archdiocese of Milwaukee, and will not allow anyone, supposedly unless they hold a master's degree in archival records, the opportunity to look through said boxes. I believe in my heart and whatever that these boxes hold our class photos, memorabilia, maybe paper awards, records, anything to do with the church, baptismal, etc., report cards. But they are refusing to allow individuals like myself the opportunity to sort through items in the boxes in order to release them. to the alumni, the parishioners, and other people who have absolutely poured their heart and soul into these churches. Had I known St. Aloysius was sold off 5 years ago, I would have probably been at the last service, or as they call it, last mass, last walkthrough of the school. I would have attended any of the reunions just to get a final picture for those who consider this church their family. Pictures of the hallways, the classrooms, the clocks, the chalkboards, the lunchroom, the library, the principal's office, our school desks, our coat rooms, the stained glass, anything that brings forth joy. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sick and tired. I have been fighting with the Archdiocese, letting them know that this means the world to us. When the school is gone, it is gone. Right now, where St. Aloysius Church, School and Rectory once said, it's an empty lot. It is by far one of the most heart-wrenching sights one would ever see, and it has been posed to me. Why didn't you all ask for these documents before? Why didn't you take the time to message us sooner? And I said, could you have imagined any church coming to an end? Much less any Catholic church. I don't think so. My grandma, who turned 100 and passed away in 2019, should I say, turning over in her grave in disbelief, because not even my grandma would have believed that our beloved grade school and church would have been sold off to investors and demolished piece by piece. I don't know about you, but I am doing everything in my power to retrieve said items, to pass them on to people they belong to. We want to know, we the people, we the alumni, we the students, and we the parishioners want to know why these Catholic schools are being locked up, and individuals who built these, I shouldn't say institutions, but these schools and churches, why are we not being allowed access? What are you hiding? We the people want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So anyways, I'm going to be doing a series on this because there are a lot of us who are hurt, devastated, and saddened by this whole situation and how it's been handled. We're hoping to educate people, inform people, and hopefully encourage people to salvage what they can before others come in, take it, and lock it away. So anyways, this is just going to be a series. I am a Christian, and I do belong to a church, and it is not a Catholic church. But anyways, I am going to be going through a series. I'm trying to help people heal and find forgiveness in their heart, but mostly retrieve the items that belong to them. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I'll be back.